4 straight wins. Is everybody just feeling great? The vibes are absolutely immaculate as the Patriots took down the Tennessee Titans 31-13, an absolute blowout. Had us in the first half, though. If you know that meme that I'm talking about. Had us in the first half, but you got it going, and you got it going. Talk about the winners and losers from today's game. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And, not many losers in this one. A lot of winners. I can only kind of give a shout-out to just 4 players that I wanted to specifically. But, a 31-13 game. And Stefon Diggs, Drake Maye, Ramondre Stevenson, the list goes on and on. Austin Hooper just absolutely mossing someone. It was cool. And this team just is getting better and better. And Cam Ward had a fine game. He kind of had that really, really bad fumble that Chaisson just brought in, and that was it. That was completely it. Now, there's a couple things that I have a problem with, and if you see Chimere DK, on the Titans, he had 4 catches for 70 yards, which is awful. Why are we doing that? And we're supposed to have a great secondary. Christian Gonzalez's stats today, he did not get targeted at all because they just weren't throwing his way. And that's what you constantly see over and over and over. But you can see the run game is back in Stefon Diggs. Every week he's just getting better. Still waiting on that first touchdown, though. Ball blowout win, a non-stressful win. I came into the live stream late because I had a flight to catch from a wedding. And when I came in, the game was already over in the beginning of the fourth quarter. So if you're hyped about a Patriots blowout win, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon. The first winner, and I'm going to be talking about him over and over and over again. Drake Maye, just every single week, he's just getting better. And I was scared that he wasn't going to be able to finish the game. That moment where he was running out and then he got head hit the ground. I was like, all right, Josh Dobbs coming in. He gets an honorable mention today as a winner. But 21 for 23 for Drake Maye. How is that possible that he only has 2 incompletions and week in and week out, better and better, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns, hasn't thrown an interception in a long, long, long time, 135.9 QB rating. This guy is the real deal, and honestly, it's time to start putting him in the top quarterback conversations. Here's a tweet from Jordan Schultz, which is crazy. He's the first Patriots quarterback in team history to throw at least 20 passes in a game and have a completion percentage over 90%. Maye's also tied Tom Brady with 4 games of at least 200 passing yards and 135 QB rating and 2 touchdowns. And it's just that's just one game. Well, over the last 6 games, he's looked like one of the best quarterbacks in football. When you think of who is playing at their peak right now, you have Patrick Mahomes, obviously, Baker Mayfield with the Tampa Bay Bucks, and then, in my opinion, it's Drake Maye. Look at the passer ratings, 135, 140, 101, 155. 158.3 is the best passer rating that you can have. Then 102, then 137.3. He is playing incredible. And you need to have him. You have to have him because if he's not playing, well, the Patriots, they're not winning games. And please slide because if he gets hurt, you can write off everything. You need Drake Maye to stay healthy and have him be protected. But when Drake Maye's running out, just go down. You don't have to take the hit every time. You do not have to take the hit every time. He went down, head hit the back. Random speculation. This is reckless speculation, but I would have personally thought he was concussed because usually when you hit the ground that hard, your head does. He did that little shake. If you've ever had a concussion, you get that little shake I'm a little disoriented. I'm a little woozy. That is what he did. And I was like, there's no way he's passing protocol. But he did. He did, thankfully. But you got to slide Drake Maye. You have to slide, brother. Please. We want you to stay healthy. Second winner against the Titans, and it's the one guy who got pretty much the Patriots momentum swing going into halftime, and it's Chaisson Boutte. He's not kind of going out and doing a whole bunch of crazy things like having 100 yards, which he has had multiple times. He had a great game against the Saints last week, but 2 catches, 55 yards, and an average of 27.5 yards per catch. Chaisson Boutte is growing to his own, and it's amazing to see, and that Drake Maye to Booty connection just keeps getting better and better. He is their deep threat. That throw, it was, hey, we're calm it, and he threw it on a rope. Chaisson Booty beat the entire defense because they were lazy and caught it for a touchdown. Amazing hands, too. It was just a little bit overthrown. He got it in his grasp, brought it in, touchdown. Patriots go into the half up, and then they score again, and it was just over from that point. You killed the entire momentum of the Tennessee Titans. Big winner for me, and I've been waiting for him to bounce back and kind of show his old self, and it felt like Ramondre Stevenson has finally come back into his own. And I really enjoy seeing that when he's not fumbling. He's rushing the ball and he's carrying it like it's his baby, but he's not fumbling. 18 carries, 88 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 yards per carry. I'm rounding up here. But he looked like his old self. He looked comfortable out there. He didn't look like he was hesitant to kind of just, I don't know if I want to make this move because I might fumble. We need the Ramondre back here because obviously with Travion Henderson, as he's only had 3 snaps in the first half, he obviously is not ready to have that conversation just yet, but you need this rush game to keep up. I don't know, Jeffrey Simmons said, yeah, they just use play action. That's the only reason why Drake Maye is doing so well because they utilized the run game. Brother, they had 1.7 yards per carry last week. They're one of the worst run teams in the league. So you're wrong. What are you watching film on? I don't know. But you need the rush game to keep this up. You have to have a rush game if you want to be successful in the National Football League. And the last winner, it was Harold Landry's day. It was his revenge game against Tennessee because they cut him earlier in the year. But it was Chaisson's day. He was all over the place, getting pressure. I would love to see once the PFF grades come out and once the actual stats come out to how many pressures that he have. I want to look at specifically how many he did because he was all over the field. He was getting to Cam Ward nonstop. 3 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and he scored his first career touchdown with also 2 QB hits. He got pressure to Cam Ward, and Cam Ward tried to throw it away, and immediately ball comes out of his hands, fumble 6. He is playing outstanding, and he's earning himself a new contract. The Patriots are going to have to re-sign him. I do not want to lose Chaisson. Breakout candidate. He's coming into his own. I know he's a little bit older, but he's finally settling in with a team, and he's working in this Mike Vrabel defense. Grade the Patriots' performance with me on Sunday. Was it perfect? Because the first quarter was not perfect. You went down 10-3 and felt like the sky was falling. Thankfully, I was in the sky. I didn't get to see the first quarter. I had to read back and watch it. But I'm giving them, I would say, a B+. I want to go A, but A is start to finish. You absolutely dominate the whole entire game. Second half, A+. First half, a little B- here. B-. But you'd let me know. Go down in the comments section. Also got a deal for you guys. Last week we had the hoodie. This week we got the t-shirt. $15. It's $20 off. It's like 60% off. It is a huge deal. And if you want to rep the Patriots, if you want some Nike gear, I mean, you can see right here. I always am rocking the Nike. It's nice. It's comfortable. It looks good. So if you want to get a shirt, rep the Patriots, chatsports.com/PatsT. It's getting cold, but you know you can always wear your t-shirts. Go down. We'll have that in the comments and description of today's video. Going to the losers. It's Travion, and I want him to get better. Everybody, every single week is just like, today's the week that they finally give him the keys and they finally let him run the offense. Well, it still has yet to happen, and this felt like this was his worst game of his career because, honestly, he didn't see the field. They didn't even give him a chance. 2 carries, 5 rushing yards. Towards the end of the game, they didn't even put him in when they put the backups in. We saw Efton Chisholm with Josh Dobbs on the field in that final drive where they were just running the ball, but who was the running back? It wasn't Travion Henderson. It was Terrell Jennings. So obviously they're keeping him. They want him to stay healthy, but he's not returning kicks anymore. So you have to have a role for him on this. And here's what halftime was. And Ramondre Stevenson had 25 snaps, and Travion Henderson had 3. Just 3. And I didn't really see him on the field in the second half that much. You have to find a role for him because he is good. It's going to take some time to kind of progress into the kind of running back that he is, but I at least want to see him on the field. You drafted him in the second round. You can't just put him on the side and be like, well, we got Ramondre, he's better, so we're going to play him. Try to mix it in a little bit. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. And the loser, it's hard to judge cornerbacks because Doug Kyde, who covers the Patriots for the Boston Herald, he's been a Carlton Davis truther. He thinks he's great. He proved it a week ago, saying he's only averaging like 22 yards a game. And he said, this is how you know the Patriots are good, because they're complaining about cornerbacks. Well, I still couldn't stand Kyle Arrington the whole entire time that he was playing cornerback 10 years ago for the Patriots, but then that brought in Malcolm Butler. But Carlton Davis, you gave him a huge contract, and he's still not playing at like really, really good level. In the first quarter, here's what from Taylor Kyles. Explosive game for Elike Manor after Carlton Davis slipped and fell covering a crosser. It feels like, yeah, you slip and fall, that's fine if it's once in a while, but it feels like every single week something is happening with Carlton Davis, whether he's slipping, whether he's kind of not guarding his man, or specifically what I see is that he's getting a defensive pass interference call or a defensive holding call every single game. It's every single week something happens. And right now the Patriots are thriving. They're being successful. You have one guy on one side with Christian Gonzalez, who they don't even target because they know he's that good. And then you have the absolute breakout candidate that we have in Marcus Jones, and he's been a lockdown corner. But then there's Carlton Davis. There might need to be a conversation about it. Just he's got to get better, because we saw that the Patriots might be looking for a cornerback to trade. Is it because Carlton Davis, they need more depth, or is he not playing up to par? Is he not playing up to his contract? Patriots keep winning, so I can't really complain, but sooner or later, once you're playing good teams, not like a 1-5 or 1-6 now Tennessee Titans team, and then next week you go up against the Browns, but when you have to play the Falcons and then the Bucs in a couple weeks, and the Bucs, they got Baker Mayfield. He's going to be slinging that rock all over the place, and is Carlton Davis going to be able to hold his own? I'm not sure. So, are you guys concerned about Carlton Davis? Give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no down in the comments section. I'm not so concerned just yet. But if we go down when we get to week 12, 13, and he's still having those types of problems, that's where I might be, they got to get better. Well, he's got to be better because you gave him so much money. He's got to be worth that contract. No problems with Gonzo, no problems with Marcus Jones, and no problems with the Patriots. 4 straight wins. 4 straight wins, and hopefully you can make it 5. If you lose to the Browns, I'm going to crash out, and I'm going to be super pissed off because that team is not good. I know they blew out the Cleveland Browns, or the Cleveland Browns blew out the Miami Dolphins earlier today, but it's the Dolphins. It's the Dolphins. That's going to do it for the latest episode of Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We just hit 33,000 subscribers. Shout out to all of y'all, and as always, let's go Pats.